Well, I got my first opportunity to go over to see Beck's here in August, and great experience. Took a group of guys over on a plane, and we went over and got to see firsthand the operation over there. I got to meet Sonny Beck, and it's amazing that a company as large as they are, that they're as accessible as they are. I just walk in the door and there's Sonny Beck right there, and was, just talking to you just like an old friend. Reminded me of a company I used to be with that I knew the owner and the president of the corporation, and if I had a problem I could call him up anytime, and I kind of got to feel that was going to be a new relationship. Their breeding program and their facilities are second to none. I've seen quite a few in the industry, and I thought that was very impressive. Got to see how they do business, but everything that they've done for us up from when I first met them till now, everything they said they'd do, they've done. They've done it on time, first class, and just been a pleasure to work with them.
Well, I went over on one of the trips on the plane also and toured the facilities, and it's really nice to see that it's not just a little company. They're up the latest technology and right on target with what's happening in the country right now.
With being a beginning farmer, one of the biggest decisions that I have to make is, who is going to be my supplier for my seeds. And after touring the Beck facility, and you could walk right up to Sonny Beck and talk to him like he was your neighbor, and the one thing that I came away with is, for me to be successful, that's their number one goal. They can't be successful without me being successful, and that's the feeling I came away with after touring their facility.
I felt the same way. They put their customer first, and that's what's been good for them. One of the things I thought was interesting too, I've heard about Beck's for years. We had some friends from Indiana that were in the area right next to Beck's, and but they were never available here. Beck's wasn't in Iowa, and when they came around this last summer and they were introducing themselves into the area, and I said, how come we couldn't get over here before? And he says, well, we've been testing here for several years, testing our hybrids in the area to see what will do good in this area of Iowa, and they don't move forward and go into a new part of the country until they're prepared. They don't just jump in both feet and start selling corn. They want to make sure that they have the right hybrids for the area, the right soils, and it's going to work and be successful for the people here, and not just out selling something in a bag.
Yeah, they've done a lot of research to get the right hybrids for our part of the country.
I think that says a lot for how they do business.
Yep.
So they don't move in, and for the people that don't have the accessibility to Beck's, maybe someday you'll get the opportunity, but for right now, until they're ready, they're going to just grow at their own pace. We're the new kids on the block here, and talking to people who have been with Beck Seed for a lot of years, and the confidence that they have, and how they, that's all they went to Beck's because the choices, they can have, they share genetics with a lot of the different companies. But what's really unique is all the other companies can't get along with each other, but the Beck family seems to get along with everybody. So I don't know how they get that job done, but they have these arrangements to share traits and technologies with all the companies, and they're not suing the heck out of everybody. But the other guys don't play nice with each other. So it's interesting that how they've gotten this accomplished, and seems like something I want to be part of anyway. That type of attitude.
Good business values, I think, is a lot of it.
Family values.
Family values.
I was at an implement dealer here a month or so ago, looking at some equipment, and I was talking with the salesman there, and he used to be a seed salesman for another company, and he asked, what I was going to plant this year, and I said, well, Beck seed. He said, well, he's heard a lot about Beck seed, and he was wanting to know, why I would plant Becks. And I said, well, I toured the facility. I got to meet the owner of the company, and he talked to me like I was his long lost best friend. And you can get just about anything that you want from Beck's in a seed. They want you as a customer, they want you to succeed, and that's the feeling that I got from them. They're standing behind you 100%. They aren't just gonna sell you something and leave you hanging.
Seeing their corn and how they do things, the process that they go to great lengths. Their breeding program, I've seen several different facilities, and I think they've got as good of facility there as anything I've seen. And there's just something, I just have a good feeling that this is where I need to be, where we want to be, what we want to do.
As fast as the company is growing, it instills confidence to me that they have a good product and they have good yield, or people wouldn't keep growing and buying more all the time.